Hello and welcome. This will be a reading for Cancer for March 2023. Welcome to the table, Cancer. I have pre-shuffled the cards, but I will shuffle them again for you. I'm an intuitive reader and I read in real time. The cards have been well shuffled, but I will show you that that you can make sure that you've seen the shuffling. It's very important. The crystals have been in their salt bath. The flower is fresh from my garden, and I have cleared the table and the space for protection for me and for you as well. So welcome to the reading. Let's get started. I use a 10-card spread with 5 cards along the top row and 5 cards along the bottom row. I talk about each one of those cards as they come out, and then I overlay them with a second deck. I again talk about each one of those cards as they come out, and I try and pull the reading together as I'm moving through it, but sometimes it comes together better towards the end. I have got a third deck on the table if I need it for clarification, but I try and avoid that because the reading will probably be too long, and I think that's probably not good. Okay. Let's start the reading. So Cancer, first card out, 3 of Cups, 10 of Swords, King of Cups, Page of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, Knight of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, the Moon in reverse, and the Tower in reverse. So 2 of Swords is in reverse, the Moon and the Tower in reverse on the bottom row. Okay, I'll show you the bottom of the deck. Okay, oh, that is the Death card. That is beautiful. Okay, I'll put that there. So I'll talk about these cards now. So you will notice straight away that some of these cards, when I hold them up, you'll notice that some of them have got stickers on them. Pardon me. That is for people who are sensitive or who feel that the cards are probably too revealing. So I have put stickers on them. I'm not keen on that myself, but you will see that I have done that. Okay, so we have got the 3 of Cups. This is a beautiful energy, Cancer. This is about spending time with friends and enjoying yourself and relaxing and appreciating life. Here's one of those cards. So we've got the 10 of Swords. This is a very nice portrayal on this card. This is a mirror image. So you've got the 10 of Swords, which is, this is an ending, a feeling like there is no more difficulties ahead of you. So that is a lovely energy. And you can see there's a new moon being portrayed on this card up the top there. So this is sort of a new start, a new energy, coming clean with this 10 of Swords. This can be a painful ending, but sometimes it's just referring to an ending. We have the King of Cups in the reverse position. Now the King of Cups in the upright position is a very loving man, somebody who can express his love and go with the flow, who doesn't get overwhelmed with difficult times, and he doesn't get overwhelmed with his when he's got the emotion of love flowing through him as either. He's the sort of person who just allows that energy to flow through him, but he's in the reverse position, and in the reverse position the King of Cups can actually be somebody who may manipulate someone with the emotional energy. So that is never a nice feeling. So in the reverse aspect, this King of Cups is not always showing his best traits. This is also a more mature person. Okay, so this will be an older man or an pardon me, the cups are gender neutral, so it will, but the energy portrayed in this is of an older man. Pardon me while I take a drink. Now we've got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups, again, this is another one of those cards that I've altered. She's holding a cup, but in case anyone thought otherwise, I've changed the card. Now, the Page of Cups It's a very youthful energy, somebody probably in their first love, somebody young, somebody experiencing love, perhaps true love for the first time. So this person is also inexperienced and probably not expecting anyone to give them any kind of love other than an honest love. So somebody like the King of Cups, if he's associated with this Page of Cups, this is not at all a nice energy, because the King would then be able to manipulate this young person. So that is not a nice energy. So this can be an older man and a younger woman. Very beautiful, probably a young woman, but not very experienced in the world. Okay, so this is the Page of Pentacles. It's an unusual portrayal of this card, but it's showing somebody who's being creative and earning money from their creativity. So in this case, a photographer. So again, this youthful energy, this young energy, somebody who is, you know, really enjoying that energy of starting life and being able to express themselves through their creativity, through their artwork, and through something that they enjoy very much. So we've got two youthful energies and one mature energy on the card, on the table. We've got the Two of Swords in the reverse position. So in the reverse position, this can be somebody who is blocking their heart, or somebody who is finding it impossible to make a choice. The Two of Swords traditionally is about making a choice and taking your time to sit down and, you know, go somewhere quiet and just be analytical and think carefully about what you're doing. But in the reverse position, perhaps you're not being analytical enough in your decision making, or perhaps you are blocking your heart for a reason, or perhaps you simply don't want to make a decision. Here is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands, again, somebody who's more mature. This is somebody who's more practiced in and more experienced with life. This is a creative energy. This is also highly enthusiastic and somebody who's very engaged with life and very expressive and very attached to being able to express his creative passions in the world. I'm just watching an echidna walking through my garden. Sorry, I got sidetracked. There's nothing so beautiful as seeing some wildlife walking through your garden. Wonderful. Now, this person can also be very passionate, okay? So if this is a person that you know, they will be very passionate. They may be very expressive in their emotional outlook, and also in their sexual drive. This is the Three of Pentacles, so this is a collaborative project. As you can see, this involves more than one person. This can actually be a contract, being paid for something that you do. If it is a contract, be careful that you read the fine print and that you make sure that you are well rewarded for the work that you are doing. No good complaining later on that you didn't think that certain aspects of the work would not be remunerated in the way that you thought they would be. Pardon me, I do seem to have a croak. We've got a thunderstorm brewing, so could be pollens in the air. Okay, we have the Moon, which is under the Page of Cups. It's in the reverse aspect. So the Moon is normally associated with things that are hidden from you, things you don't want to see, somebody not telling you the whole truth. It can be sort of lies, but it's more things that are just hidden in the darkness. So there is no illumination on what is going on. Things are not particularly clear. So it's under this Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups being young and perhaps a little bit naive in the ways of the world. There may be, and it's rather interesting, this is very, very unusual. So this is in the reverse aspect, which you'll see there's the same pink lotuses So this is rather lovely. So this is a definite connection with this card. So I'm going to suggest that this person here, this Page of Cups, this young girl or this young woman, does not have all the information available to her that she needs. Or she's under some sort of an illusion that what she's involved in is what she thinks it is. It may not be what she thinks it is. Okay, so this is suggesting that you ask more questions or that you use your intuition. Listen to that inner voice of you. If you have any doubts about something, then perhaps you should listen to your inner voice. This is the card where it's suggesting you go deep within yourself to actually discover what it is that you're missing. It's listening to that gut voice, that inner voice. Okay, you have the Tower here in the reverse position. Now in this particular deck of cards, you can see that there's somebody sitting in the top of the tower, completely unaware that the tower is falling down around them. So this is a sort of a situation that happens sometimes when you're in a situation and you think everything's fine, but you're in denial, and then gradually your world starts to crumble around you and you still don't want to believe the truth. So this is a situation here where, you know, this person here, as you can see, sitting up in their tower, perhaps meditating, but completely unaware of what's really going on around them. We've got the Death card here, so an ending. But again, as you can see, death is, you know, this is a rejuvenation or a regeneration sort of a card, because the death energy there, the soul has gone into the matrix of death, and they will come back as a new person to be regenerated, to have a fresh start and as a new energy. As you can see, he's holding the key, so he has the key of knowledge and wisdom. So what he's learnt on this earth, he will carry forward onto his next journey. So that can be somebody who is undergoing a learning experience, and when they come out of that learning experience, they'll be a little bit wiser. Okay, I actually will use this Dancing in the Dark deck. So there are some energies on the table. Here's some happy times with friends, a decision to be made this night. So this is a passionate person again, somebody who is highly creative. Also, as I said, highly interested in sexual activity as well. King of Cups here, who may be a bit of a player, somebody who's perhaps using somebody for his own ends. We've got this young woman, Page of Cups, and we have here Page of Pentacles. Okay, so a Page of Pentacles in this case is portrayed as a male. So we have several energies on the table. I'll leave it to you to work out what it is and how, you know, how these energies relate to you. Let's have a look at the next overlay of cards, and we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, Three of Cups. Okay, we've got Judgment. I'll hold these up as we get round to them. Ten of Swords. Well, we have Three, which is the Empress. So this is the divine feminine, beautiful energy. Talk about these as we go along. King of Cups. Okay, this is sort of a competition. This is sort of so Five of Wands, a little bit of competition, a little bit of struggles. There can be inner struggles as well. Let's have a look at the Page of Cups. Okay, Five of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. It's the High Priestess, so going within, which is really important above the tower. So that's a beautiful energy above the tower. It's just what's required. Let's have a look at the Two of Swords. Nine of Pentacles, lovely. Knight of Wands. Okay, we've got the Tower again, but in the reverse position. Okay. Three of Pentacles, let's have a look. Somebody with a broken heart, some broken-hearted energy. And the Moon. So we've got the Hermit, lovely. Again, that very much relates to this High Priestess and this Moon card. Okay, we've got the Tower. Okay, and we have the King of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, I'll show you the bottom of the deck. And then I'll take a look myself. Okay, so we have Justice in the reverse position. Okay. All right, we'll talk about these. So here on top of the Three of Cups, you have the Judgment card. This is another one of those cards that I've put some stickers on in case people are offended by nudity. This is often a call to look within yourself, to see what it is you're missing, what's important in your life, the things that you value, the things that you hold dear, the kind of goals you have set for yourself in the long term. This is also a card of an announcement, so it can be an announcement that you're making or an announcement that you're receiving. It can also be the card of second chances. So it's a kind of a resurrection card. Now you do have death on the table, so a second chance. So this is very much tying into this reading. This reading does feel very much like a love reading. So let's see how we're going. We've got here the Empress. This is the divine goddess, the divine feminine. It's a beautiful woman. She knows how to love. She's fertile. She's creative. She makes a wonderful mother. She makes a wonderful wife. She's kind and she's loving. It's on top of the Ten of Swords. So that could be an ending to that situation. Perhaps this woman or this young person here, this woman is feeling that she's not going to be like this anymore. She's not going to be kind and loving and generous. Maybe this person has been too kind and too loving and too generous and too forgiving. Okay, we have got some squabbles here in the reverse position. So this King of Cups here, as I said, I'm never very fond of these reversed energies because particularly when it's these particularly this one, the King of Cups, this is a manipulation, and using emotional manipulation on someone is quite cruel. Usually they're only interested in getting what they want. It's a very cruel sort of a thing to do, but only from the other person's point of view. From the King of Cups' point of view, he's very happy, he's achieved what he wanted. So some sort of struggle here going on. Now, as I said, this can be internal or external struggles. These can be struggles of the mind, wondering what to do, or perhaps people are quarrelling with you, perhaps arguing and quarrelling, standing up against you somehow. We'll have a look. So here's the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, this is out in the cold, alone, impoverished, feeling like there is no hope, but there is hope, as you can see by the pentacles or the lights in the window. Okay, so that is a beautiful energy if you remember that there is light and hope in the window. Okay, I can't remember whether it was upside down or not. I have a feeling it was upside down, but I'm going to leave it in the upright position. This can be also walking away from some financial situation, perhaps having been given the sack. Your employment may be terminated. I'll just keep moving this along. Doesn't really matter whether this is in the upright position or the reverse position. I'll leave it there for the time being. Here we have got this High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess in this situation, she is calling on you to go within and to listen to your intuition. This is somebody who is also reminding you about your spiritual teachings. And, you know, if you've been brought up in a particular tradition of spiritual teachings, it's perhaps asking you to reflect on those spiritual teachings and see what you think of your situation. This person is you know, this is your higher self, listening to your higher self to determine what's for your highest good, what is in your best interest. Here we've got the Nine of Pentacles. So this is a woman of independent wealth. This woman has earned her money. She is gracious and graceful. She knows how to buy the beautiful things that she wants. She knows how to look beautiful. She likes to have her house in a beautiful state. She likes pretty things around her. She would probably have a beautiful garden, a beautiful car, beautiful clothes, beautiful hair, beautiful makeup, maybe even beautiful jewellery. But this woman has earned her money herself. So this is independent wealth. This is also self-respect, having good self-respect. So a foundation of self-respect and self-worth, okay? Knowing what you're worth, and knowing that you don't allow people to walk all over you. Okay, so this is quite a strong card, as you can see, because a woman of independent wealth, the world would respect her, because especially in the Western world, we respect and value wealth and anyone who has it, and we would automatically give this woman respect. But she herself is commanding respect because of the hard work that she's put in and because she knows her own value. So here we have the Tower in reverse. Again, very much that energy of the other tower. As you can see, the people are falling down out of the tower, so it should be in that position. Falling down out of the tower. They are going to get, so this is some kind of a shock, some kind of a revelation, something that perhaps takes you by surprise, but something that knocks you out of the position that you normally would find yourself. Now in this tower, as you can see, this awareness hasn't reached this person yet. They're still sitting in that tower, but the lightning has struck the tower and things are beginning to crumble around them. But that realization that things are changing and that this will have an effect on your life hasn't yet hit in this situation. But here, again, it's more obvious that, you know, it is going to have that effect. So the Knight of Wands perhaps is causing this to happen. I'm not quite sure, because we've got the Empress above. So the Empress is highly fertile and loving and creative as well. So she's above this Knight of Wands. So the two of them would have a very passionate relationship. It does look like something here is falling apart. Definitely an ending here, a tower moment, showing two people involved in this case. So definitely a tower or a shock moment coming. And perhaps you're discussing this with your friends. But this actually looks like there is definitely a breakup here of some sort, or it's somebody being caught out in a situation that they perhaps should not have been in. There's a little bit of a broken heart here, Three of Pentacles. So you've got 2 3s. So 3 is collaboration. So a threesome here somehow is involved. 3 people involved, or 3 or more people involved. These squabbles could be family squabbles. You know, if the family has discovered something, they can be all squabbling and arguing and protesting about things. But it does look like there's going to be some pain. But it's under the King of Cups, so I'm assuming the pain is coming to the King of Cups, but that isn't necessarily the case. It can also relate to somebody on either side. Okay. Now we've got the Hermit. So on top of this Moon card, so the Hermit is asking you to go within and to look inside your consciousness and is the path that you are on, or the path that you have been walking on, the path that you really want to take? Is this what you really want to do with your life? Are these the kind of things that you were hoping for? So this card is asking you to look within, to find that light within yourself. These are kind of the, the high hopes and expectations you had for yourself. So this is under the Page of Wands. So I'm assuming it's asking this young person here, this person with this young energy, to reflect upon what they were really hoping for. Okay. There may be some sort of a loss here attached to this decision of what they're doing here for this Page of Cups. The loss could be financial as well, but it can also be just, if a relationship ends, both people have a kind of a loss. One may be happier than the other, but both may be unhappy. But if one is unhappy, they may feel the loss more greatly as being pushed out into the cold, whereas the other one may just have a sense of a clear space. If someone is relieved for the relationship to break up, then one person can also be kind of relieved that it's over. All right, now we've talked about here this High Priestess. So you've got a lot of this energy of going within. You've got the Moon, the High Priestess, and the Hermit here, all calling you to reflect for a while on what it was you really want. Now I assume that's this Page of Cups. This Page of Pentacles. It is possible scenario that we've got a young male and a young female, an older man and perhaps an older, more mature woman. And in this case, perhaps the mature woman, but actually there's an awful lot of players on the table. So it's very, very difficult for me to make a complete story out of this, because there's so many characters on the table. So only you will know how many of these characters are relevant to the story that you have or the path that you're travelling on. Okay, we've got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, again, highly fertile and creative energy. This is somebody who, again, in their field will be a leader, somebody who is very passionate about their career, very enthusiastic, and can make things happen. They have quite a command of their craft or their arts or their career, and they will be quite a strong person in that career. Again, this is in the negative aspect. So in the negative aspect, perhaps this is, again, more of a sexual energy, somebody who is only interested in their sexual satisfaction. So that can also be on the cards. But in which case, it's becoming way, way, way complex. And it looks like then there's a whole number of people involved here. So it's very difficult for me to actually work out what's going on. My first instinct was that we had a more mature man and a younger woman. Now this person could be his partner, his wife. Looks like other women involved here. We do have other men here. There could be all kinds of intricacies involved in this reading, which I won't even touch upon because it's too complex to talk about in a half an hour reading. Here we've got Justice in the reverse position. So Justice in the reverse position, when the ending comes, there's definitely an ending coming, because you've got the Ten of Cups, you've got Judgment, and you've got Death, and you've got Justice here. So when you may feel like you haven't received any justice, I don't know why, Cancer, I'm feeling that this is you today. I don't know why I'm feeling that that's you, but that was my first impression when I got this card, is that was you, and that this was also you, this Ten of Swords. You may feel that you haven't received justice, or you may feel that you've been unjustly treated. And again, this is a card of weighing up and using your intellect to weigh up things and balance things and find out, was this what you wanted? Was this the outcome you wanted? If not, how can we avoid that situation again? Because all of the things that we go through in life are really just lessons for us to learn and things for us to enjoy. If we make a mistake, it's more about trying to make sure we don't do it again. Sometimes circumstances just sort of snare you into situations, but other times we walk in with our eyes half closed. So I'm going to leave the reading there. I have talked about the situation. You've got some tower moments here coming. So these will be shocks, revelations of some sort. Definitely you need to go into your intuition and use your intuition. There aren't many sword cards here except for this one here, the Two of Swords, which to me, I'm getting the impression you don't want to make that decision. You don't want to look at what you should look at. But the Ten of Swords is telling me that it's coming to an end anyway. So even if you don't make a decision, perhaps somebody else steps in to make that decision for you here. So in this situation, perhaps another person comes in to make the decision for you. This could be a parent figure, or this could be the other woman. So you've got two women coming in here. So it looks like some women are coming to make some decision for you. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, Cancer. I do hope you've enjoyed the reading. I wish you well, and I hope that you are able to get through the month of March. As I said, I do think you need to use your intuition and think carefully. Allow yourself to look quietly within yourself and ask yourself, is this the kind of life that I want for myself? Thank you so much, Cancer. Bye for now.